Hello grade 9 learners and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, please don't forget to subscribe at hit mo na yung post notification bell para updated ka every time na magpo-post ako ng bagong video. So week 4 na tayo ng ating lesson sa self-learning module ng grade 9. So our topic is all about properties of rational exponent. But before we solve problems regarding the rational exponent or problems that involves rational exponent, ay i-review muna natin yung mathematical concept behind laws of exponents. So which are the product rule, quotient rule, and power rule. So magbibigay ako ng example para ma-review na din kayo tungkol doon sa laws of exponent. So let's start. So it says here that if P, Q, and R are rational numbers, again, we have used unknown variables which are P, Q, and R, and that should be rational numbers. And A and B are positive real numbers then. So let's start with the product rule. So B raised to P times B raised to Q equals B raised to P plus Q. For the product rule, if you have the same base, so yung ating base ay B, you just add the exponent. So example, we have 2 squared times 2 cubed. We have the same base, 2, and then we just add the exponent. So 2 plus 3 equals 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So that is 2 to the 5th. So meaning you are going to multiply the base 2 by itself 5 times. So that is 2 times 2 is 4 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2, 16 times 2 is 32. So meaning 2 to the 5th is 32. Because we can simplify this as 2 squared is 4 times 2 cubed, that is 2 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8. So 4 times 8, so that is also equal to 32. Again, remember our product rule. If you have the same base and then you are going to multiply, you just add the exponent. For the quotient rule, B raised to P over B raised to Q equals, you have the same base, pero ang gagawin sa exponent is you need to subtract. Example, if you have a to the 4th divided by a squared, you have the same base, and then you just subtract the exponent. So 4 minus 2, a, 4 minus 2 is 2. So you have a squared. So that is for the quotient rule. So you just subtract the exponents. So for the power rule, we have 4. The first one is B raised to P raised to Q. Then you just multiply. So that is B raised to P Q. Example, 2 cubed squared. So that is 2 raised to 3 times 2. That is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And 2 to the 6th is equal to 64. Okay, so that's the first concept under power rule. The next one is A raised to P over B raised to Q, quantity raised to 4. So wherein you need to multiply. So A, PR over B, QR. Example, we have B to the 6th over B to the 4th raised to 2. So we have B 6 times 2 over B 4 times 2. So we have here B 6 times 2 is 12. Then B 4 times 2 is 8. And then gagamit tayo dito ng quotient rule, which is subtract. B. 12 minus 8 is 4. So therefore, the answer is B to the fourth. The third one is the quantity A raised to P, B raised to Q, raised to R. So you just distribute the exponent R nasa labas ng parenthesis. So for example, we have here x squared y cubed, the quantity x squared y cubed raised to 4 or to the fourth. So that will become x squared times 4, y cubed times 4. To simplify, just multiply the exponent, so that will give you an answer of x. 2 times 4 is 8, then y, 3 times 4 is 12. So therefore, that is a x to the 8, y to the 12. And then for the last rule that we have under laws of exponent, you have here b raised to negative p. So as you have noticed, we have here a base that is raised to a negative exponent. So simply get the reciprocal of that, and that will the exponent will become positive. For example, 2 raised to negative 3. So equals, the reciprocal of this is 1 over 2 cubed. Therefore, our final answer is 1 over 2 cubed is 8. So that is 1 over 8. So now that I have discussed all the laws of exponent, so let's start our examples in simplifying problems with a rational exponent. So let's have our first example. Let me say we have to simplify a raised to 3/4 times a raised to 5/4. So we need to follow the product rule, which is the exponent. So as you have seen, our exponent is rational. So that is a fraction exponent. So simply, a raised to 3/4 plus 5/4. So that is equal to a. So adding similar fractions, so since pag sinabi nating similar fractions, they have the same denominators. So you just add the numerators and copy the same denominator. So 3 plus 5 is 8 over 4. So that is a raised to 8/4 or 8 over 4. So to simplify, so we need to divide 8 by 4. So that is a. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So therefore, when you multiply a raised to 3/4 by a raised to 5/4, the product will become a squared. So let's have example 2. So example 2. So simplify a raised to 1/2 times a raised to 1/3. So we just follow the same procedure. So that is a 1/2 plus 1/3. So this time, when we are adding the similar fractions, so we just get the LCD of 2 and 3. So that is 6. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 is 3. So 3/6. So ang equivalent ng 1/2 ay 3 over 6. Okay? And then plus 6 divides 3 is 2 times 1 is 2. So the equivalent of 1/3 is 2/6. So ngayon, yung 3/6 at 2/6 ay similar fractions na, then we can add the numerators. So that is a. 3 plus 2 is 5 over 6. And that will be our final answer. So a over a raised to 5 over 6. So for our third example, simplify b raised to 1/2 all over 9b raised to 5 raised to 1/4. Okay, so we are going to simplify 18b raised to 1/2 all over 9b raised to 1/4. So separately, we have 18 over 9 times b raised to 1/2 over b raised to 1/4. So pinaghiwalay lang natin yung coefficient tsaka yung variables. So that is 18 divided by 9 is 2. And then b 1/2 minus 1/4. So we need to subtract that. Then we have here 2b. So let us get this common denominator between 2 and 4. So since subtracting the similar fraction, so that is over 4. So 4 divides 2 is 2 times 1 is 2. So 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Then minus, we just copy. So 4 divides 4 is 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? And then we have here 2b. 2 minus 1 is 1 over 4. So therefore, when we simplify 18b raised to 1/2 all over 9b raised to 1/4, so we will get the quotient, which is 2b raised to 1/4. So we're now on the last two examples. So we have here example 4. Simplify 2x raised to 1/3 times y raised to 2/5 squared. So we have here 2 squared and then x raised to 1/3 squared times y raised to 2/5 squared. And then we have here 2 squared is 4. And then x 1/3 times 2 is 2/3. So we just multiply the numerator. So 1 times 2 is 2 over 3. So we have here 2/3. Then we have here y. 2 times 2 is 4 over 5. So we have here 4 pips. So therefore, when we simplify this one, the answer is 4x raised to 2/3, y raised to 4/5. And then for our last problem, example 5, simplify 9x to the 4th, y to the 10th, raised to 1/2, all over 16, x to the 8th, y to the 4th, raised to 3/4. So we can simplify this as 9 raised to 1/2 times x to the 4th raised to 1/2 times y to the 10th raised to 1/2 all over 16 raised to 3/4 times x to the 8th raised to 3/4 and y to the 4th raised to 3/4. And then we have here a coefficient that is raised with exponent, rational exponent, so we can get the square root. So, katulad dito, 9 raised to 1/2, that is square root of 9. Or kaya naman, the other way around is to simplify that. So, kailangan meron tayo ditong makakancel. So, we can raise it doon sa denominator ng ating given na rational exponent. Katulad nitong 9, so, pwede tayong gumamit ng 3 squared. Para kapag minultiply natin siya sa 1/2, makakancel natin. And then, dito naman sa 16, so 4. So, pwede natin i-raise yung 16 as 2 to the fourths times 3/4. So, para meron tayong makancel. And then, x 4 of 1/2 of 4 is 2. Or 4 times 1 is 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then, 1/2 of 10, that is y to the 5th. Or kaya naman, 10 times 1 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. So, you have here y to the 5th. And then, sa denominator naman, so you have here x. So, pwede tayo dito gumamit ng cancellation. So, yung 8 divided by 4 is 2. So, times 3 is 6. O kaya naman, 8 times 3 is 24. So, divided by 4 is 6. And then, y, cancel na yung 4, so matitira ay 3. Or kaya naman, 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 4 is 3. So, malapit na tayo sa ating answer. So, pwede nating i-cancel to. So, 2 of 1/2 is 1. So, that is 3 x squared y to the 5th. And then, 2. So, cancel na yung 4, so matitira ay yung 3. So, that is 2 cube. And 2 cube is 8. Again, dito sa 2 raised to 4 times 3/4. So, kinansel natin yung 4, natira yung 3. Or kaya naman, 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 4 is 3. So, 2 cube is 8. Then, x to the 6, y cube. And then, for our final answer, cancel lang natin yung mga exponents. So, you have here 3/8. X squared, x to the 6. We have here x to the 4th. So, nilagay natin siya sa ilalim because we need to get the reciprocal because the answer is -4. So, kaya nilagay natin siya dito sa denominator. And then, y to the 5th divided by the y cube. So, we just subtract the exponent 5 and 3. So, that is y raised to 5 minus 3 is y squared. So, our final answer is 3y squared over 8x to the 4th. So, that concludes our lesson for today. So, we just apply the properties of rational exponent to solve such problems involving a rational exponent. So, again, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to share this and see you on our next video lesson. Thank you for watching.